Let's make sure. Okay, it's fixed. Sound works. All right. I believe we were in the Sith base. Let's see, this is 2845, 2846. Yeah, so we had just convinced these Selkath youth that the Sith are bad juju and bad news. And now it's time to go outside and talk to the authorities, who will doubtless be very pleased that we broke all their laws. Oh, I really wonder... Okay, it is working. Oh, but the... That's not good. Okay, hold on, everybody. One. Okay, well, because the Windows 10 developers are just such excellent people who make just such fabulous software. Let's try reversing these. Apply. Does this work now? Now you can't hear anything, probably. Oh, no. They bork my sound settings every single time. And I forgot to check this before I started streaming. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to deal with it today. We'll make new saves. If I have to come back and re-record this for the video, it's not the end of the world. I've got to just get the stream going. All right.
Ready. What?
Yep, everything is done. Let's get out of here. Ooh, some remains. Let's see these. Gravity generator. Okay, so now we're going to do our first trial. And also our second trial here, because we're going to do Sunrays not too long after this. And this we're going to interact with the Auto City Manaan legal system quite a bit here. And so it's important to know. Let's make sure the sound is working, actually. System quite a bit here. Okay, yeah, it is. Anyway, so we should just pay close attention to how it kind of works and how it's like sort of supposed to work. I have done nothing wrong. What? Why? I mean, like, I understand why I'm broken into the Sith base. Weird. I wonder what that could be from. Oopsie daisy. get to go hang out with Sunray in prison for a minute. What? I have to go to prison and my companions get to hang out on the ship? Boo. God, this Hellcat sound cool. Aww. I bet Overwhelming Force couldn't do anything against me. So it's good to see like a Selkath Arbiter first before we perform the role of Arbiter for Sunray. So he says the Arbiter is the one who defends you before the judges of the Selkath people. Well, that's all true, but, you know, do you think they were Sith and deserved it? Will work as a defense? I don't think it is. Now remember, everyone, never lie to your lawyer. Wait. Aw, I really can't say I'm the old overlord of the Sith? Aw, when he asked that question, I was so hyped for a second. Mission to stop him from taking over the galaxy sounds, yeah, this is the truth. Don't you need to ask more questions? We're getting more information, yeah. So see how he's like, I will endeavor to prove, but then he also is kind of like, yeah, well, whatever, you seem guilty, so let's just get the trial started and we can, anyway. It was a lot of fun, really. Yes, yes, yes. investigating the disappearance of young Selkath. Is disturbing. Uh-oh. Woo! Damn. Owned. If you don't do the missing Selkath side quest, this is obviously quite a bit more difficult, right? Because you don't just get the get out of jail free card. But also notice that like it doesn't really work, like the legal system on Manaan doesn't really work exactly like our legal system, right? Even if I had discovered some things that they were like bad, our legal system would be like, yeah, you still broke and entered. It doesn't matter. Like, that's cool. But you don't just like get off. But they're like, my lawyer was like, well, I don't really care. Like, we can just get the trial started. Once I think you're guilty. And then the judges are like, oh, you did a good thing in there. Okay, charges are dropped, right? It's a little bit more of like a political and moral process as opposed to like a procedural one, even though it is wrapped in procedure, which should be noted here for this next little trial we're going to do now.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit. Of course not.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Yes, he was having an affair. He was seeing that Sith woman. After all these years we've been together, he just struck me like that. Not publicly, oh no. But inside, that's what it feels like. He started seeing Alasa last year. I had my suspicions for a while, but he was careless. Pretty soon everyone knew. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her. He came and confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him, and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I loved. Yeah.
Oh.
He's too kind and gentle to have killed her in cold blood.
What? He's a soldier, yeah.
That was a long time ago. In a war far, far away.
Hey, that's the Star Wars line.
Settle down. Oh, just please, prove his innocence. This is all up.
It's possible. I haven't seen Sunry.
Find the
Okay.
I hear you. He started, but he. That was a lot.
Okay.
Find.
It doesn't really matter which one you pick. It's the same. What's up, Sunry? What do you have to say about it?
Coming to check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak soon, old friend. Oh, I grow weary of staring at these 4 bare walls.
Dang.
But I suppose you know what you're doing.
4 bare walls? Pretty sure there are more than 4 bare walls in here, but good job, scriptwriter.
Go ahead, A Rhodian? I didn't know there were any Rhodians on Manaan. Oh, except for Tybark and this one named Glupar who was hanging around the hotel all the time.
That's
okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rhodians on Manaan. But what does that matter? If he planted evidence at the scene, it's a clear sign of a frame-up. He probably took all the evidence of the real killer at the same time. The evidence of a Sith conspiracy keeps getting stronger, doesn't it? I suspect there's still stuff you want to clear up. Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide. How would they know? I heard some of the witnesses said, I wonder if the Sith have been... You should ask... Well, you know I was having an affair with Alasa. I went there to break it off that night.
Okay, so we're going to reload to get him to admit it.
She was young and beautiful. But I love Alora. I knew I had to do it. I broke it off quickly as I could, and then I left. I found out later she'd been murdered when the Selkath authorities came knocking on my door. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they found... Obviously, the Sith planted the cross.
I've seen this before.
See how this... Anything else? But any... What?
Okay, so we're gonna reload real quick. Because you can also, I'm pretty sure you can get him to admit to the evidence, or admit to the affair, and he has, like, you know, a different dialogue. That trigger there where he's like, I was having an affair is because... Because we can get this one.
I don't know what this must look like, yes. Yes, we were having an affair. I know it was wrong, but I'm a weak man. Alasa was beautiful and young. How was I to resist her charms?
Owned.
But I didn't kill her. I loved her. Please. I know I made a terrible mistake getting involved with Alasa, but I was going there to break it off with her. I did it, but found out later that she was dead. I don't deserve to go to jail just for having an affair, do I?
No.
You have to help me prove that I wasn't the killer. Go.
Yep.
Go
Okay.
But obviously,
Yep. Just getting all these triggers down.
Once you...
Then we'll go talk to the wife. Then we're going to talk to Roland 1 at the embassy.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunra's trial.
Computer in the embassy.
My husband is
Confront him
innocent.
with that.
Please don't let him. He started seeing a lot.
Yep.
That was
Yep. And so, even though in a moment we're going to find out the truth, we need to make new saves here because of my borked sound. Borked sound. And then, which way is it to? There, that way. What was I saying? Oh yeah, once we find out the truth, because we are going to find out the truth here in a second, we're going to decide what to do. We might even reload here and do it without finding the truth. But I think I get more XP for finding the truth, so unless it for sure gives me dark side points, I think we'll probably abstain.
Have you managed to retrieve? Excellent. It does not appear to have been tampered with, so the Sith did not manage to copy its contents yet. And now for your information. We are not supposed to speak of this, but since you are a Jedi and we have exhausted all the other options, I think I can entrust you with this. As you know, the Republic is fighting for its very existence against the evil of the Sith Empire. As you also undoubtedly know, we're doing very poorly.
Relatively
we need much
poorly.
in the way of supplies and material to stem the tide of battle and bring us victory. Manaan is the sole source of KOTOR, the most powerful medical substance in the galaxy. Frankly, we need as much of it as we can get.
It's what med packs are made out of, by the way.
The Selkath conservatives, with their neutrality treaties, seek to treat the Sith and the Republic equally. This includes KOTOR exports, but a few more far-sighted Selkath see that if the Sith are ever allowed to win, the galaxy will be plunged into darkness, and there would be nothing to stop them from taking Manaan anyway, so we made a deal.
What sort of a deal?
We recently began construction of a secret underground facility to harvest KOTOR directly at its source. We also hope to one day be able to synthesize it effectively. Current techniques are insufficient for the task, so we must mine it for now. The amount we take would hardly be noticed, since most is lost naturally before it reaches the surface anyway. We were nearing completion of the base when the digging teams reported some sort of obstruction. An ancient building or artifact, possibly your star map. Transmissions from the base were cut off abruptly after that, and we haven't heard from the station since.
Well, you have.
As you may have noticed, we're hiring a lot of mercenaries around here. Ostensibly, they're to be shipped off-world to aid in our fight against the Sith, but they're really for another purpose. When we lost contact with the station in the Rackard Rift, we sent our contingent of Republic soldiers down to investigate. None returned. We've tried hiring mercenaries and sending them down as well, but none of those expeditions have returned either. The reason we really sent that droid underwater, and the reason we needed its data back so badly, was to find out what happened to the Rackard Rift station. But now that we have the data back, our operation is in no danger of exposure to the Sith. And now I must live up to my end of the bargain. I took the liberty of having a submarine prepared for your departure. Merely use this card to get past the door behind our KOTOR packing room and enter the sub therein. It has been programmed to take you down to the station, and also to take you back up should you need something. I would send soldiers to assist you, but we've lost many of ours, and nearly exhausted the mercenary population of this planet. The soldiers we have are barely enough to keep this base secure. The Sith have also noted our interest, and begun to bribe mercenaries away from us. Please, find out what happened to the facility. There may be some survivors left down there. Perhaps even the head scientist, Kono Nolan. Good luck in your efforts.
Thanks. So, okay. A few more far-sighted Selkath see that if the Sith are ever allowed to win... Okay, yeah. So it's like they made a deal basically with some of the local good guy Selkath.
When you are ready to explore the sub, I wish you luck.
Dude, you literally won't tell me anything about... What's his face? Brutal. Sunray, I mean? It's okay, though. We'll do this. Restricted data. Fisheye view from some sort of small surveillance device on a wall. A beautiful young woman enters the room, followed by a much older man. As she walks farther into the room, he softly closes the door, pulls a blaster, and shoots her in the back. Oh! This must be some sort of secret recording of Sunray murdering Alassa. Log off.
Sure.
Interesting. What you got to say about this one, Mr. Roland Wan? Actually, let's talk to Jolie first.
Got some.
Okay.
When you are ready to the sub,
Dude, Roland is useless. We should talk about the war real quick so that we can get some context on his and Sunry's relationship, though.
Got something on your mind? Not particularly.
Probably just going to say that forever, but we'll talk to Sunry first, at least. Maybe? We'll see. Again, I think it's the same situation here with Sunry and Alora. Each one of them triggers the, you know, I'm guilty flag, so we'll want to talk to each of them first after a save.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter. Lies! It must be! I knew the Sith would never let a Republic hero get away. You must find the real...
Fortunately, the real evidence is he does. He did do it.
Jolie! Soon. Go ahead. So the truth is out. I never meant to kill her, you know. When I found out she was a Sith spy using me to gain information, that something inside me just snapped. She didn't know I had found out. So I waited until she fell asleep.
Yeah, don't lie to your lawyer, man.
I killed her. Simple, really. But once I realized what I'd done, I panicked. I contacted those spies from the Republic to help me. I found the illegal monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room, altered its recording to hide my part in it, and cleared up the evidence. I figured that was the end of it.
The Sith found out the truth.
The Sith must have been spying on me and Alasa, trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent. They must have seen the Republic spies getting rid of all the evidence, so they planted their own evidence. Alasa must have stolen that hero's cross from me long ago and given it to her Sith masters like some kind of trophy. I just thought I'd misplaced it. But when the cross turned up on her body, I knew the Sith had put it there. So, now you know the whole story. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
You think I'm some kind of monster, don't you? All I did was kill a Sith. How many Sith have you killed? Dozens? Hundreds? Thousands?
That's different, Sunry, and you know it. We don't kill them in cold blood while they sleep.
I don't see how the two of us are any different. She was a spy. She was using me to get information so Malak's army could destroy the Republic. She deserved his eye. If I confess, I'm looking at 20 years in prison. And the Otto City officials might even place KOTOR sanctions on the Republic Embassy.
Very true.
Without KOTOR, how can we treat the injuries to our soldiers on the front lines?
And you know, honestly, I tend to agree with Sunry. Personally, I tend to agree with Sunry here. Killing people in cold blood is murder, but spies... As soon as you start spying and lying and this kind of stuff, and you're playing underhanded and dirty like this, when you get caught, you shouldn't, like, a knife between the ribs while you sleep is not... That's kind of, in my opinion, part of the game.
No, I can't do that. And put the Republic supply
I'm not going to get him guilty, but
no, I won't.
Oops, hold on.
Look, I may have done something stupid, and it may only be worse for my standing by it, but I will not confess. If you turn me in, the Republic will likely lose.
And this
its
part's
KOTOR
compelling too.
export privileges, and then we'll lose the war for sure. Are you going to send all those thousands, millions like Taurus to their deaths just for your sense of justice?
Sunry, this is wrong, and you know it. I am a Jedi. What is it that you expect me to do to defend your actions?
You do whatever you have to, Jolie. I know what I did, but I also know what's at stake here. No, I'll rot in here if I have to. But I won't betray the Republic. Do what you have to, but know what the consequences will be.
Okay. We dodged dark side points, I think. I hope, anyway. I'm not gonna get him. I'm not gonna get him convicted, but I am going to try to avoid dark side points because I have my super sick bonus, and I'm honestly not sure if I get like one dark side point, if it takes me away from that or not. In a moment we'll go to trial, but first we have a couple of loose ends over here to tie up. Shaylas. Yep, we'll just go in order here. Yep. Yep. Don't worry. Hopefully we will, hopefully, yeah. Oh, actually, well, let's. We're gonna come back in a second. We're gonna talk to Nilko, or Nilko, yeah, Nilko here too. I'll talk to Nilko here and talk to him about this and see what he says, and then we're going to reload, do the trial, come back so I can farm a light side point here if I need to. But this is interesting. Before we go to the lift. It's because you're based.
You think the Republic is trying to steal the KOTOR, perhaps? An odd thing for the Republic to do, no?
Yep. Nope. It's gonna have to be my. If the Republic has awakened something that was best left undisturbed. There'll be more to this dialogue, but again, we'll get that on the reload, I think. Yep, they are more resourceful. I will investigate it. Now, of course, he could just betray me, but luckily he won't do that. Okay, now we're gonna do the trial. Hopefully not get any dark side points, so I can keep those credits. But if I do, I can just get my bonuses back. Can I talk to this guy? Oh yeah, he's just mad. Okay, good luck with the trial. Impartial, as the office is traditionally supposed to be. Again, like, a lawyer's not supposed to be impartial. Rule of law? Let's do it. Deaf flipperhead? You can be so savage. Now, 2 of these judges are Sith biased, 1 extremely, 1 slightly. 2 are Republic biased, again, 1 extremely, 1 slightly. And then the middle judge acts neutral, but we'll learn more about that later. I'll find Sunry innocent. What about you, Mr. Sith Boy? Do you have any comments at this time?
It is an honor to see justice served, and I will see Sunry is executed for the crime he has committed.
See, just like the very subtle difference in how he addressed me, which was like, that remains to be seen. Don't be overzealous.
The man I saw leaving, Sunry, probably left after I heard the blaster shot.
The guilt of the accused is apparent even this early in the trial.
What is this editorial? Objection! Thank you, Mr. Judge. Objection! It's my Phoenix Wright music. What? Where's my cross? Why can't I press him on the probably? Oh, okay. We do get the cross.
You are feareth me, the well-known Pazak player. I wonder if we can trust the word of a gambler as reliable testimony.
Oh. Save it. Objection.
Of course, Your Honor. Feareth
Owned.
me. What did you see the night of the murder?
Well, I came out into the hallway after hearing the blaster shot and saw Sunry over there limping down the hall out of the building.
A very obvious point, Your Honors. The accused was seen leaving the scene of the crime after the blaster that killed Elassa was fired.
Did you actually see the murder happen?
You mean actually see him kill her with my own eyes? Well, no, but I don't think there could have been anyone else there.
I sure do.
Yes, from what I could tell, she carried a lightsaber under that cloak of hers.
Objection! That doesn't prove she was a Jedi.
Sure does. Overruled!
I think it may have been. I mean, you'd have to be pretty stupid to leave something that important lying around, wouldn't you?
That's the Republic guy. But the Sith... Oh, I thought the Sith guy was going to chime in.
Well, he was moving pretty fast running away, but yeah, I mean, how could he kill a Sith warrior in combat? I don't know for sure.
That's one of the Sith judges. I think it's the light Sith judge. This is a heavy Republican judge. Yep. So something important to note about this court is like in the construction of Manaan society, this court is what rules Otto City, but Otto City is just the like rest of the world facing part of Manaan society. There's a high council that governs Manaan, but they live underwater with the other Selkath, right? This one is just here to deal with the Republic and the Sith and other off-worlders. But this is what they do. This is basically, enforcing this peace is basically their full-time job. So this is important for later. Keep that in mind, because when we get back from the Hackett Rift station, we may have to talk to them again. Yep. Shepkar is neutral. Oh, whoops. Skipped it by accident. Whatever. I'm pretty sure they all say I cannot make a decision. Yep. Cool. I don't want to click it again. So oh my god, it's such a long... Dude. Okay. Yep. Time for number 2.
Glupor the Rhodian, you were staying in the hotel the night of the murder and saw Sunri leaving Elassa's room, didn't you? This is clear then, that Sunri left the room with the Sith Elassa already dead behind him.
Did you see him? Glupor. Love that voice line. Yeah, why would somebody do that? Odd indeed.
Don't do it, Glupor.
He didn't say Glupor.
Lies! Slander! I object!
Object on what grounds? Glupor wonky, dude. That Sith just got wonkied. Yep. Nope. Ah. Aha.
You, Elora, are Sunri's lawful wife. Your husband was a hero in the last war between the Sith Empire
she's not
and
going
the
to betray
Republic.
me, is...
He was crippled in that war.
Did I get owned for
Do you
showing
not
this to her?
believe he'd blame the Sith for his injury?
Yes. I guess he would.
And there you have motive. Sunri seeks revenge on the Sith for what they did to him and killed Elassa.
Do I actually want to bring this up? I can't remember.
Yes. Yes, it was true. He was having an affair with that Sith harlot.
It seems painfully obvious that he killed her to keep her quiet about the affair.
He'd been seeing her for some time, I think. But he said he was going to change. He'd gone there that night to end it. We talked the night before and he'd promised. But now things have become so very complicated. He was a good man, but his injuries pained him terribly. But he always held on, always persevered. I don't think he could have beaten her or anything like that. Yes, he fought against the Sith in the last war.
Yep.
He fought bravely and was even awarded the Hero's Cross. I don't know how much that means to the Sith or to your Selkath, your honors. But in the Republic, it is awarded only to the bravest, most valorous, most honorable men. The kind of man who earns that medal would not kill someone in cold
I wish to call forth Sunry himself, your honors.
Interesting. I wonder if I should have
You fought
had
in
her
wars against the Sith Empire.
talk about the
correct?
affair or not.
Yes, that's right. And I don't regret it either. The Republic needs its heroes.
Indeed. Would you say that you dislike the Sith? Even hate them?
Of course I hate them. Trying to take over the galaxy every chance they get, killing millions of innocents?
Pure politics. Were you in Alassa's room on the night of the murder?
Well, yes, I was. I had been having an affair with Alassa on my wife, yes.
On my
But I
wife.
realized how wrong I'd been, and I was going there to end it.
You were having an affair with a Sith. You wanted to end it quickly and quietly, so you killed her from behind and tried to flee.
No,
I think we can see the answer clear enough, Mr. Sunry.
Yeah, that's rude, man. The Sith dude's conduct is really not helping his case, I don't think. This is a weird line of questioning to take, because he didn't say that she did, but...
Yes, I think they would. They wouldn't want to lose one of their sources, even though I didn't give them anything. They might have killed her for her failure. Or they might have thought she'd turn against them or something like that.
The Sith Empire is not the barbaric institution you portray it to be.
Well, your conduct is not helping with that, Mr. Sith Arbiter. Or Miss Sith Prosecutor.
I don't know. The medal had gone missing some time ago. I never found out what happened to it. It's possible the Sith had stolen it and had it planted on the body.
Supposition, your honors?
We already have confirmation of this. Shut up about your supposition. Just connecting the dots here. It was missing in the past, showed up on the body, have been having an affair with Aurora.
Of course she was. Why would a young, beautiful Sith woman get with an old cripple like me?
Get with. No. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's I cast enough. I don't know if they have a beyond a reasonable doubt clause, but I think we did it. If we didn't, I will just wiki through it real quick. But I don't think that'll be necessary. I think we got them.
I think the facts in this case are very straightforward. Sunry was having an affair with Elassa. He sought to end it, and the simplest, quickest method, given his hatred of the Sith, was to simply kill her. Witnesses saw Sunry fleeing the scene, and material evidence places him there at the time of the murder as well. I am confident that any informed observation of the facts will lead the judges, your honors, to this very conclusion.
I think there was a better version of this that we could have constructed.
Well, that doesn't mean a thing. He was there. The Sith would not leave the medal of her killer clutched in her hand.
I thought you just said you would eject him. Obviously evil.
Objection!
Erroneous or truthful. We followed the rules. We got some good evidence. Woohoo! We win.
Your honors! No!
No! Get on, Sith boy. No.
Oh, Sunry, I'm so glad.
Elora, thank you for saving me. I don't know how I can repay you. Elora and I are going to leave here and get as far away from all this as soon as we can. I and the Republic will not forget what you've done for us. Thank you.
We did it. We got a guilty man off for his crime. We're the good guys. Woo.
Got something on.
What do you think of Sunry's verdict?
Innocent. I don't know what to make of it, to tell the truth. Do you think justice has been done?
No. Not really, but...
But that has little to do with the law, doesn't it? A sad state of affairs, that. Too bad, really. Sunry was a good man once.
But that wasn't even an opinion. What? Tell me a real opinion, dude.
Got something. Manaan.
Okay, whatever. Didn't even get any dark side points. So we can go tell Shayless. I'm still at max. Woohoo. Go tell Shayless about their daughter. Yep. We did this earlier. I'll take your credits. Even though a Jedi has no need, I have need because I am fighting the Sith. Let's talk to Nilko. Sending into the Cracked Rift, and now we get a little bit of foreshadowing on the genre shift that this game is about to go through. I love this section of the game. Yep, it probably will.
You think the Republic is trying to steal the KOTOR, perhaps? An odd thing for the Republic to do, no?
Unfortunately, they can't. Ancient mysteries. Going to investigate it. Woo. All right.
So, do we have a deal?
That's an awful lot of money. Is there something you're not telling me?
Don't be so suspicious. The Republic is generous. We pay our mercenaries well.
Oh, we forgot
Makes
this
sense,
earlier.
I guess.
Whoops, my bad.
All right, I'm in. When do I start?
Just show up at the Republic Embassy tomorrow and speak to our representative there. I'm sure he'll have some task he wants you to start on right away.
That's them hiring all the mercs. Oops, wrong way. Take HK because we want to plug the hole in our party of. But mission is also really good. It's a little bit like 50-50 between having computer use. I mean, I could also do like at this. I mean, it's not optimal for combat, but computer use is nice for story-related reasons in this section, so we keep HK around for that. Oh, wrong way. Next one over. I think this week I'm gonna make a secondary channel for all these VODs. We'll call it like Plays the Games or something. And I also have been thinking about maybe trying to figure out how to multi-stream, so I can multi-stream to twitch.tv, but I'm not certain yet about that. What the heck? Is the game gonna bug out on me? That's not gonna be good.
When you are ready to explore the Hrackert Rift, enter the Republic base. In the KOTOR packing room, there is a door. The sub will have a course to the Hrackert scientific Wish you luck on your...
Yeah, we already did that bit. From the KOTOR packing room. That's this one. Why is the door not opening? Thank you. Oh, yeah. Now, I hated this section as a child. Because I have what you might call... I hate water. I hate deep water so much. Oh, God. It scares me so bad. But I like... But it's, you know... In the context of horror, it's cool. But, like, I could not play Subnautica. I tried. I failed. I couldn't get away from the light areas. And, like, but I did manage to do this section somehow. And I love this, like, broken, deep research facility vibe. Is super fun. Because, you know, I'm not actually afraid in this game. But if I tried to play something like Subnautica or Soma or something, I think I would cry and scream. Dead dude. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. Dead submersible, too.
How did you get in? Did they send another submersible? Quick, we have to get out of here. We have to get away.
Who are you? Or what happened? Let's go with what happened first.
No, we have no time. We have to leave now. I managed to close the door after they killed everyone else, but I don't know how long it will hold.
Not going
We have to. We have to leave. The Selkath, they went crazy. They started killing anything that moved. Someone must have triggered the defense systems too, because all the droids activated as well. I was one of the mercs the Republic sent down here to find out what happened. We came down and secured the first couple of rooms. There were bodies everywhere. And the Selkath came out, screaming and croaking their fishy little war cries.
Fishy little war cries. This is a horror game now, ladies and gentlemen.
They swarmed out and over us. There was no way we could stop them. So we ran. But hardly any of us made it. I locked the door behind us, but the others had already left in the submersible. The sharks. The Ferox are out there, and worse. I heard an explosion shortly after the submersible left. They didn't make it. Just food for the sharks and the Selkath. Like us.
How come I am fine? Why did the thing... Well, whatever. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
That doesn't mean it's not still out there. Watching. Waiting. Back to the surface, yes. No! There's something out there. It got the other submersible already.
Suggestion. Perhaps we could dismember the organic. It would make it easier for transport to the surface.
Hey, you can't just rip me to pieces. I'll die.
Amendment. I did forget that. Stupid, frail, non-compartmentalized organic meat bags.
We can't leave until you do something. Blow up the entire station, maybe. That might distract whatever it is long enough for us to escape to the surface. But all the machinery and stuff is in the southern half, and that's been flooded. There might still be environmental suits around, but the Cellcath might have laid their eggs in them.
What? Their eggs? Okay. Is that a problem?
No! I locked the door so the Cellcath won't get in. If you open it, we're all done for. If you go in there, you're dead. You're all dead. If you want to die, then go. You won't hear me mourning for you. I'll stay here and be safe until some sort of real...
This guy's crazy. I'm like, okay, let's go back to the surface. He says, no, there's something out there. I say, let's get into the base. He says, no. What are you going to just stay here for the rest of your life? Moron. And worse.
Where did you go? How did you get back here without being eaten?
'Cause I'm better than you.
You just got lucky. Or it's waiting for me to go back before eating me. When the Republic sends a real team down, they'll save me. They'll kill the monster and then we'll all leave safely. If you're going to go into the rest of the station, don't expect me to help you. The Cellcath will rip you all apart.
You can't even help yourself. Obviously, I don't expect you to help me, dude. There's technically a fun little exploit you can do on this section, but we'll worry about that later. Oh god, it's so spooky. I love it. That thing hissing. Sharks. It's beautiful. So door here. Can I open it? I think that would be a mistake. Let's go over here and open this footlocker. Now obviously I can handle everything in here, which kind of takes away from the horror, and I also know what's happening, which takes away from the horror, but we're gonna play it like we don't know what's around every corner, because it's more fun that way. Oh. Those Cellcath don't look like they're doing too hot. 0 spikes to vent gas? Awesome. Can I vent gas into all of these rooms? Stop. Oh. Oh. Okay. Environment suit containment. This is what we need. Hey, an environment suit. That's what we need, baby. Security computer room. That's where we are. Okay, we're gonna disable that shield for some XP. We're gonna vent the... Oh, I know why. Because it counts as like half a spike. That's why it's 0 and 1 sometimes. We'll do 1 spike.
What?
Oh, sorry. Were you supposed to be tough? We're done. Let's go. Boink. Counselor is overpowered. Insane Cellcath! Ooh. I should level up. Maybe I have Master Play. Now, all the Cellcath are like this, which is why we didn't bother to try to talk to them before we vented those rooms. Faulty Patrol Droid. Otherwise known as a juicy little box of XP. First of all, let's level up. We want to keep Persuade max because it's the most fun. We get a power. Oh, crab apples. I didn't think about what I was going to do with my powers next. We have this, so we don't need this. Immunity to poisons and diseases. That's kind of nice and lasts for 120 seconds. This one is just bad because it only lasts for 20 seconds. We only can really maintain one short duration buff, but this is a long duration buff, and this is a super long duration buff. But it's also possible that we should just get, like, Force Storm. Because Storm is pretty cool. It's just, oh, Darkseid is going to cost so much for my character. Like, so much. Like, this will be very cheap. It's just, like, the duration is just too slow. Too small, I mean, to keep it up. This is kind of cute in certain situations, too. He's doing that one. You know, I should get Breach, actually, because if people are immunizing my stuff, that's pretty bad. So we'll go Breach. Didn't get a feat, unfortunately. Oh well. I've got plenty of repair parts, so we're just going to do all this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and leave it alone. Actually, wait. What's my skill? 12. What's your skill? 12. I'm gonna be a little bit annoying and maximize my resources just a bit. With 3 more ranks. Didn't change anything. Very cool video game. Why does it go this way? That doesn't seem... Oh, this is the door out. I'm smart. Hey. Allies? Hello? Are you here? Thank you. Right on time, Joey. Lots of nades. I think that's probably the Republican mercenary equipment. It's gonna go that way, huh? Well, let's see what's in here. I think this is... Yeah, there's remains on the floor in here. So this is one of the rooms we've vented with gas. Fire suit storage is over here. Scientist's memo and sonic emitters. This is the airlock. That's also an airlock. That's a storage room. Okay, let's read this scientist's memo. Scientists. Scientist's memo. Here it is. In response to those Phyrexian sharks, Phyrexian? Probably Phyrexian. That's I think how English works. Phyrexian sharks outside have managed to whip up a little something in one of the workrooms. This is a sonic emitter which should scare them off. Ooh, seems useful. Sound seems to work a lot better underwater than through the air, and if you fix it on the outside of an envirosuit, just push the button every time they get near and you'll have no problems. So I was wondering, when am I going to get that raise? You and me both, brother. Are you in a fight, little droid? I could have sworn I disabled his shield. No? It's just... yeah, still plenty of damage. Just shield up. Republic soldier. Energy cell.
No problem.
Slice it.
Got it.
Computer spike.
Is somebody out there? Fishy, fishy, fishy. Come and eat me too. You can't get me, little fishy. Not in here. I'm safe behind my walls.
It's the best locker in the game.
Investigate. You're just like the others. Fodder for the Selkath. Walking fish snacks. Trump, trump, trump. If you can run, you might be fast food. When the Selkath went insane and started killing everybody, I locked myself in here. I'm safe in here. Nothing can hurt me in here. No fishy food for me.
I'm pretty sure this is the same voice actor who plays Davik, which is some pretty good range.
Don't know. Go ask them. When the demon screamed, it shook every mind in the station. We fell to the ground but survived. Fishy fishies, though, they just got hungry. No, 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 no. That's what the others said. Mercenaries like you, but they're dead. The Selkath ate them. Lunchy munchy. Only the ones left in the south part of the base might still be alive, but where the KOTOR is, few fishies there, but many, many, many fishies in between the water. Don't know. Go ask them. When the demon screamed, it shook every mind in the station. We fell to the ground but survived. Fishy fishies, though.
We did that one.
Bye-bye. Go look for fishy people. They'll chomp and bite and chomp and bite. Food for fishy. That's you.
Don't think so, but I can understand why you might think that.
Got it.
I'm a little too cool to be fish food, but... what? You're not going to fit in an envirosuit. Think about that one. Maybe I'm really curious to see what they do with HK here. Is this... oh! I assume this is the same scientist's memo. Yeah. Okie dokie. Remains. Oh, I must have entered this room too. Makes sense.
No problem. Got it.
God, the way the lights flicker in here, it's just awesome. The atmosphere here is so cool. And the way there's like not really like very subtle music. Just like little Star Wars horns. And then you hear that like bubble bubble of the water moving around outside. So good. 2 more rooms to explore, and then we can go out through these airlocks.
Ready?
Sure.
and sniper shot that dude to try and keep him perma-stunned. Jolie, go ahead and these fools.
Sure.
Jolie, go ahead and make him insane.
Yeah.
What did I just cast on him? Did I just cast Force Suppression? Is that what the AI just made me do? Very cool. This looks like some sort of operating room, but it doesn't appear to be anything I can do in here. Except for look out at the sharks. Oh, sharks.
No problem. Didn't work. No
What?
problem. Didn't work. No problem. Didn't work. No problem. Didn't work. No problem.
Oh, now you say
Didn't
skill
work.
too low? Dude.
No problem. Got it. I think I've been poisoned.
Another faulty patrol droid. And a pressure door. Wait, what? Whoa, what is that? Interesting. Missing texture. Oh, whoops, I should probably heal myself. Okay, what is this pressure door? I can't remember. I thought I'd go out on the airlocks, but... Ah. I think that's how I get back. Now this is the part. You're inside the station. I've got all, control of all my various force powers and thingamajigs. I'm not that afraid. But out there, do not. And we're out in the open water. Oh, that's how we deal with it. I don't think there are any other Envirosuits here. I think I have to solo this part of the... We'll check the other room. I think this next bit is a little bit of a... Oops. Okay. Nope. Okay. Let's get out of here. It's just me out here in the water. Survivor. Oh, very cool. Now that I am a grown man, I'm not scared of things. I can do this section without, like, actually being scared like I was as a kid. Who's there? But it sure still is unnerving.
Are you another rescue crew? I'm a merc the Republic hired a couple days ago to investigate. But all we found was a bunch of insane cell calf killing everything that moves. All my companions are dead. The Cellcaths swarmed over us. There were dozens of them. And they looked wrong, somehow. Like something had changed inside them. Insane or something. Oh, I'd have gone back to the surface long ago if this complex hadn't been overrun by all those crazy Cellcaths. There's no way for me to get to the submarine docking bay. I discovered a way to get to the bay and seal off the rest of the base. I just have to find the KOTOR harvester they built on the edge of the Hackert Rift. It's got an emergency override to open the doors to the submarine docking bay. And I could get in from the outside. I figured my only chance was to slap on an environment suit, head out onto the ocean floor, and check that harvester out for myself. Besides, it's gotta be safer out on the ocean floor than back in there with all those crazed Cellcath mutants running around looking for dinner.
I'll check it out first.
I'm not spending another minute in this facility. Not with those psychotic fish people all over the place. I'm heading out to the ocean floor right now. It leads to another complex of buildings. Going through them is the only way to reach the KOTOR harvester. We should probably stick together, but I won't wait around in here with the Cellcath. You can catch up with me if you want. Down the hall and through the doors on the right. I'll be waiting on the ocean floor where it's safe.
Any horror movie trope knowers about what happens when people say stuff is safe? So before we go over there, we're going to go investigate this section to the right. Am I? No, I'm not going to. I know what it is. It's just like the hallway.
Come on, hurry up. Don't just stand there, we have to keep moving. The water is filled with... Ah!
Oh! Gnarly. Now I've got this sonic emitter. I got two of them, in fact. I should probably check the rest of it first, just see if there are any survivors in there. I do remember now that there are that you have to do this part by yourself. Yeah, there's nothing over there. This part takes long enough as it is without walking over there, just because that part of my map is black and that annoys me. I don't think there's anything this way. I think we gotta go this way. Hey, dude. That didn't work. Guess we gotta be closer. There's a hotkey for this. What is it? 6? Hello, hello. Owned. Oof, that was close. Dude, calm down. Oh no, it said Foot Locker. Oh, I'm not walking back over there. This is the Foot Locker, I think. Please? Yes. Ooh, okay. Nerve amplifier belt. Do I have one of those? I have multiple. Yeah, okay. Do. Welded door. That doesn't sound like I can open it. Thanks for your concern, video game. Another shark over here. Oh, 2 more sharks over here. I wonder what happens. How much damage? Let's see. How quickly are they going to kill me if I walk up to it? Okay, instantly. Nice. That's the hallway. Don't know what that is. I think that's probably the next part of the base that's sealed off. Oh! Oh! It is a horror game. The water is like not that far up above us. Or that's just a weird optical thing. I've never been on the ocean floor. Do you remember I was playing Subnautica and I was getting something on the surface and then I dove back into the water, and when I dove into the water, literally my entire helmet was taken up with a shark, and I screamed in real life and stabbed it a bunch. But that was... Oh. Not my... Not my, Don't think I played it that much longer after that, I'll just say that. Any data pads? Dang. I think, unfortunately, this is the part where I want somebody with computer use so that I can get some of the story. Yo, it's an extra virus suit. Why can't I get that from my homies? But this part is part of the story too.
No, no, you can't come in here. You'll let the Firaxa and the Selkath in. No, stay out! Stay out! I won't let you open the door for those monsters to get in. I'll stop you. I'll suck all the pressure out of the chamber. That'll stop you.
Kill them! Kill them now!
No problem.
60.
Dude.
4 seconds to complete depressurization. 42 seconds to complete.
Oh, I have to. I'm not safe in here.
36 seconds to complete depressurization. 30 seconds to complete depressurization.
Yes, I know.
24 seconds to complete depressurization. 18 seconds to complete depressurization.
No, no. The Firaxa will get us. No, the Selkath are coming. No.
No! No! Ah!
I'm sorry for what I did.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what came over me.
You're scared. It's okay.
I just panicked when I heard someone outside the door. Please forgive me. I'm just so scared.
We're both just scared.
When the Selkath went crazy, I thought everyone else except me and Sammy went mad. We had a few people outside the station when it happened.
The Firax and sharks just tore them apart. It was like they were frenzied.
The next thing we knew, our Selkath researchers started screaming and clawing at everything around them.
Oof.
My team was torn apart and eaten before my eyes. Sammy and me, I thought we were the only ones left. We heard the Selkath outside the doors every once in a while, and strange noises echoing through the base.
We thought everyone was dead or insane. I must have been hysterical. I don't know what I can say. I truly apologize for the horrible mistake I was making.
I'm Kono Nolan, and this is Sammy.
Woo!
We were scientists working here on the Harakid
We
Rift
found him.
project. We had a secret agreement with the moderates in the Selkath government. They knew that Manaan could not survive independently if the Sith were victorious.
Those thugs would wipe out the whole damn planet just to get at the Kolto.
They knew.
So the Republic approached them about making this secret installation to harvest more Kolto, where the Sith couldn't see us. But all that went horribly, horribly wrong.
What happened?
We don't know. Not for sure.
The work teams were outside in the rift near the vent. Then there was this rumbling and my head felt like it was splitting open.
This monster rose up from the rift.
It was a Firaxis shark, I think. Bigger than anything I'd ever seen before. Bigger than our submersibles.
It was like it was screaming inside my head.
Then all the Selkaths started screaming too. And they turned on us.
It's times like this I wish I liked horror movies and knew more about them, because it definitely has influences from stuff. But it just kind of has like Alien energy a little bit. Like Alien the movie, I mean. Kind of like research station, people going crazy. Reminds me again of the Reapers in Mass Effect. You know, this is kind of this thing, now that I think about it, and design and size and everything. This station is actually a bit of a prelude. It's like a little kind of like the beginnings of the whole Mass Effect Reaper plot. It drives people insane. It's got this kind of old Leviathan, chthonic, what's his name? With the guy who does the Eldritch Horror. Why am I blanking? Whatever, that one author who does the Eldritch Horror. Has like strong that guy vibes, and yeah, like gets in your mind and drives you crazy. And there's like a dead Reaper research station in Mass Effect 2, and this reminds me kind of a lot of that. Anyway,
it was like they couldn't control themselves. Like the sound that the monster was making in our heads drove them insane.
Well, maybe it was protecting the ruins by the rift.
It could have been. It might have a lair in the Harakard Rift near the Kolto vent. That might explain a few things too. Like why it reacted so violently when our construction efforts got closer to the vent. And also, why it's so large. It must be feeding off the Kolto. Would have to be ancient indeed for it to reach that size. With Kolto as a food source.
And all those other Firaxan sharks, those might be its offspring.
Which would be why they all swarmed when it called out to them. Children coming to protect their mother. The Firaxan sharks have always been a serious problem. We had some blasters and projectile cannons to defend against them, but they still got some of our workers from time to time.
We were working on a soluble chemical compound that would drive them away. Something that smelled or tasted repulsive to them, but we never got it working right.
Oh, I think not. Even flawed like it is, it should be ideal for this situation.
No, it's not working right. You don't know what it'll do.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
The repellent we made was supposed to drive Firaxan sharks away, but we never got very far in its development. The one we tested instead was violently toxic to them, rupturing their outer skin in seconds and preventing them from drawing oxygen from the water by clogging their intakes.
Which is exactly what we need in this situation. Something to kill that monster shark that destroyed our station.
But we don't know how else the chemical reacts. We only tried it in a controlled environment. In the open ocean, who knows what it could do? It could even affect the Kolto.
Yep. We know exactly what it'll do. It'll kill the shark. That's what we designed it to do. You can take this canister of toxin. We were working on it just before the giant shark drove all the Selkath insane.
Yeah,
all you need to do
already.
is insert it into the main Kolto harvester.
She said the
have
shark
it vented. Get away as soon as you can. We don't know how much worse it'll affect the giant Firaxan shark.
What other choice do I have?
Well, the monster seems to have been driven out by the machinery we installed at the edge of the rift. We've seen it out there on the cameras, bashing itself against the machines. I think if you could destroy the machinery we installed, the shark would calm down and retreat back into its lair inside the rift.
Why would it do that?
You can reprogram the harvesting machines to overpressure their self-oxidizing fuel, so that the fuel tank canisters will rupture and the entire machine will destroy itself. The hydrolium gas we use is a gas at 1 to 3 million Sangin, a liquid at about 4 million Sangin, and a solid above that. When it's a liquid, it's very explosive.
Ooh.
If you inject enough of the hydrolium gas into the tank, the pressure will be so great that it'll turn to liquid form and start a chain reaction inside the machine.
But we'll lose everything we've built here. All those years of work.
It's better than whatever your chemical will do to the water.
What?
Good. Destroying the machinery will be better in the long run. We can't risk damaging the environment or the Kolto. You'll have to break into the computer on the harvesting machine and fiddle with the fuel injector.
The station is
to get the tank
borked,
pressure up
dude.
to the point
Killing
where
the shark
hydrolium
isn't
will
gonna...
liquidize. Once the machinery is gone, the shark should leave.
That won't work and you know it. We have to vent the toxin from the harvesting machine. Once the shark is dead, we can get back to mining the Kolto. You know what you have to do.
I just hope you make the right choice.
This game in a nutshell. I have a quick save here. Let's do a... Wait, where's this one? We'll do a 4. Oops, easy. Do a 4, because if I have to come back and redo anything, we should...
I'm sorry for what I...
We're both...
Yep. Okay. Have you seen a star map?
A star map?
They have more dialect
I don't know
to
anything
explore.
about a star...
But there were some ruins that were excavated when we were digging the foundations for the last section of the Kolto harvesting machine.
Yep.
But we can't go anywhere near those now. Maybe...
We don't know.
Sure, so we can do this whole thing over again. Okay, cool.
Well, maybe it was protected.
I don't know. Maybe whatever sort of power it used to drive the Selkath insane masked it from us somehow.
Huh. Interesting
Maybe
theory.
it was lying dormant deeper in the rift.
I think it might live there. Live there because of the Kolto.
Maybe like Wyatt Reed
and all those
which would... I don't know. It must still be out there.
Out there, waiting for us.
The Firax...
We were working... No. The one...
Which is...
But we...
Okay.
All get...
I am... You can reap the height if you... But it's... Yeah, what?
Okay. Alright, it just kind of runs through that thing again. Now there's a pressure drawer on the other side here. And I don't have anything that says what it is. What's this gonna say if I click on this? Okay, well let's go back. Okay. Oh, just a footlocker, okay. My remains. Not totally sure. Okay, yeah, this is just another... This is another entrance from the outside. I open this footlocker, I think. But we'll double check. The footlocker empty, like the empty flag in KOTOR 2, was truly its best innovation. I already got a mod for this game. That would definitely be one. This part is also cool. Just make out something very big over there. And if you go too far down the bridge, it'll get you. Where's my last save? Right here? Okay, let's make a little quick save here. just so we can see what happens when we cross the bridge. Oh, holding W here takes quite a bit of willpower from yours truly. Oh, let's talk to it. Hey, buddy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! Why can't you just leave containers open so you know they're empty? Yeah, that would be huge. Sometimes they bug and stay a little open, and that's super awesome when that happens. Kolto control panel. Now we have this other thing over here, but I think... What the? Whatever. I think it is possible for Darth Brandon or Calo Nord to show up here somehow, but okay, this is a little, hold on. Okay, this is a bit of a puzzle. Gotta use all my brain for this. Operating hydrolium unstable at 4 million sanguine pressure would rupture container pod. Yep. Pod at 0.3 million sanguine. Container pod. Okay, pressure test one more time. Oh god, wait, hold on. Hydrolium would rupture container pod at 4 million. Okay, so injector pod is 0.3. So let's fill the injector pod. Wait, could I fill the container pod? Oh, I see. I have to do a little bit of puzzling to get it to a 4. So let's dump both of them. Okay, so... I think the way it works is like this. We need to get a 1 somehow. Oh man, these puzzles. Problem is I don't want to get banished from Manaan, and if I don't do this, I will get banished from Manaan. It's 2 over there, which is correct. Wait, what? Oh, I did it. Sweet. Okay, I figured it out. Yeah, you just got to get it to 2 over 3 on the left, and then you try and move all 5 over. And then it goes kablooey. What the hell? That was weird. Was there supposed to be a cutscene where it, like, leaves? Is that a bug? Huh? We're gonna try that one more time to see if it works. Yep. Container pod. Dump injector. Transfer. Fill container. Transfer. Definitely think there's supposed to be a cutscene here, but it's not working. Hopefully the internet will have the answer for me later. This also freaked me out as a kid. The Great Phyrexian Shark. still is big and scary, and I don't like it. It's my water lightsaber. Oh. Is this a special cutscene for my last star map? I kind of forgot about that. Cool. This star map knows that I found all the other ones. I like how it just calls it Sea Beast. In the dialogue it said great for Action Shark, but get a little bit more context on this thing when we get up to the surface. Ah, this is all the machinery. And there's this bridge here, and it goes down deeper into the rift where all the Kolto floats up. Gotta sneeze. I guess I can leave, but I feel like I should go tell those scientists, or at least try to go tell those scientists what I did. Whoa, it's lagging a little. It's weird or something. Oh, is this not the way? There's some rims here, but I think they don't contain... Oh, a footlocker. It's not really cool. We're just gonna reload though. 2 fragments. Average, mediocre fragments.
I think I've been poisoned.
Shut up. Where the heck am I? Does this look weird for you guys? Like I'm kind of bouncing up and down? Is it like a byproduct of having been in this suit? Weird. Womp womp. to come with me?
I saw what happened on the camera, and I can't believe what you did. How could you willfully destroy the KOTOR harvesting machinery? That'll set us back years. I'll have you know that when we get back to the surface, I'll have the Republic do a full inquiry into your actions. Now go back to the surface and...
We saw what you did out there on the cameras. Destroying the machinery was the right thing to do for everyone. That creature, the giant Firaxan shark, the guardian of the KOTOR or whatever it was, seems to have calmed down a lot. It may even be safe to go outside now, but we'll stay here and wait for the Republic rescue crews. Thank you for not making a huge mistake.
You're welcome. But that's not cool enough to avoid a reload. That was just for the permanent record. Okay, I think I'm moving more normally now. Oh, I lied. Why am I moving like this? Why is that door closed? Where did this guy go? That's kind of ominous. Whatever, let's get out of here. Oh, we should do one more. Just in case I have to do it. Let's do it. It's just going to be a good news and bad news situation.
I was beginning to fear that you too might have been lost. Did you find out what had happened down there at the facility? Something was down there? Living in the rift by the KOTOR? That's horrible. The entire operation wasted by a disaster we could never in 1,000 years have foreseen. What has happened to the facility itself? Were there any survivors? Well, that's good to know. Good to know indeed. But what has happened to the facility? Was it damaged? No, that is terrible. That will set our work back years. It may even cost us the war. While I am glad that you were able to solve our problems, the cost may have ended up being much too high.
Don't worry, I'll fix the war for you.
And helped us in our time of need. And for that I thank you. Oh, and did you end up finding your star map? As you can see, by helping us, you helped yourself. Perhaps we can work together again in the future.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Uh-oh. Wasn't me. Spy monitors. Don't you think those spy monitors would have seen the mercenaries go down there too? A little implausible. You'll never take me alive. Jeez, what does this lead to? Okay, I'm curious enough. We're gonna click it. Oh. Boo. Yep. That's why I was very careful. Don't worry, I will. You can lie for a while, but eventually they just back you into a corner, and they know too much. You can't lie your way out of this situation. Both our governments set up there. This is one of the Sith judges. This is the most Sith judge. And that's Shelkar who says that. Shelkar's the neutral judge. And notice this here. Damn. A good little beat. This guy, what has happened to the research station? So we can tell that the three judges, the moderate judge in the middle and the two Republic-aligned judges, all knew about this research base. And those are the moderates in the government that they're referring to. That's the Sith judge now. This is Shelkar. It's hard to know without knowing their backgrounds, but that's what I'm here for. We can wait and not tell them this yet to get a little bit more. I don't want to waffle too much, but I think at this point we should say this. Nope. Progenitor. Woo. At least it's Guardian. Not here, so. There are a couple of things to note here. First of all, it's like, obviously it's not detailed, and they just kind of hint at it. The progenitor, the guardian of the Kolto, right? And it leaves enough to your imagination to be cool, even though there's not a lot of like really interesting details here. But it's just like combined with the aesthetic of that station, I think it does a really good job of being like mysterious and horror-y, but also like kind of cool all at the same time. And I think it's really, really well done. Manaan is one of my favorite planets for sure. And we've gotten to see a little bit about the conflict between the Sith and Republic play out in a little more mundane, non-Jedi ways, right? Like politics in a neutral place, spying, these kinds of things. But the one last thing that's cool, you can actually do a little bit of a money exploit here, because I didn't do it this for obvious reasons, this run, but I have 21,000 credits, and if you do kill the shark, the Kolto will die. It stops the Kolto. It is the source of the Kolto, or it is somehow tied to the Kolto. Even they don't know, right? But I can tell you, if we kill the shark, Kolto stops coming up. And if you buy all those med packs, you can then the med pack price galaxy wide will hike like crazy. It's like 300% or something. So you can do a little exploit where you buy loads of med packs and then you sell them all back from an infinite med packet vendor, which is kind of a fun little thing you can do. Come on. This is all Sunry stuff, unfortunately. And I think that wraps us on Manaan. Oh, we'll do one thing. We'll talk to the. Is he here? No, he's somewhere else. But we're gonna talk to Jolie now about his backstory a bit.
Got something? Not particularly. I suppose you're going to nag me until I cough it up, aren't you? Nothing is private anymore, it looks like.
True.
There's no escaping it, I guess. So be it. My wife's name was Neyama. She was the Yukanis enforcer who shot me out of the sky, if you remember.
I don't.
Ah, you got ears that work, don't you? I was a smuggler, way back. I got shot down once over Yukanis. That
right.
Story, yes.
There were so many stories, man. I lost track.
My wife had plenty to do with the war. Upon meeting her, I knew right away that she was strong in the Force. That's why she was able to shoot me down.
Saying people
Neyama
without
was a marvelous
Force
woman.
can't
Fiery,
shoot you down.
determined, smart. She dragged me to the capital and foiled 3 of my attempts to escape prison. Oh, and that body. Well, yes, that. Needless to say, I eventually won her over. That was after I kidnapped her upon being broken out of the Yukatas prison, mind you. But, that's another story entirely.
It sure does.
At any rate, I
sounds like a
wanted to
more
train her
interesting
in the
story.
Jedi way. The council refused my request, naturally. I was still a Padawan at the time. I was an experienced Padawan, surely, but not yet ready to be a full Jedi, and certainly not ready to train another, especially not one so old as my wife.
Like I did. That's a Revan specific dialogue.
I did. I wasn't the first and I won't be the last. The problem with self-righteous folk is they think they're more right than everyone else. I believed in her and trained her in secret. I ignored her willful nature. I loved her too much to see fault in her. She loved me too. I know she did. At the time, our love was a shared bliss. Better than anything I had known before or since. Exar Kun is what happened. Neyama was inspired by Exar's promises of a new golden age. She wanted to join him. She came to me, pleading with me to throw aside what she called the decrepit trappings of the Jedi, to join her in Exar's war. I hadn't thought so, not right then. I was too proud to believe that of her. I had trained her myself. I loved her. I pleaded with her to reconsider, to think about all that she was throwing away, to think about what she would become. She would have none of it. Finally, in frustration, she attacked me. She drew her lightsaber and attempted to strike me down. It was a scene being repeated everywhere throughout the galaxy. Pupil against master. In my case, it was a long and terrible battle, but I defeated her.
Did you kill her?
No. I had her at my mercy, disarmed and defenseless. She looked up at me and she knew. She knew I couldn't do it.
Seems familiar.
But I should have. Sometimes I convince myself otherwise, but it's no use. She had fallen to the dark side when she raised her saber against me.
Yep.
And I let her go. To my shame, she went on to kill many Jedi during the war, until she herself was slain in the final battle. I grieved for her death, inevitable as it was, even as the Jedi Council put me on trial for my actions once the war was over.
Damn.
I had trained Neyama against their wishes. I had failed to kill her when I had the chance, and she went on to kill others. Not to mention that I had remained a Padawan throughout the war. A formality, perhaps, but with the trial, it had to be decided if I was worthy to become a Jedi at all. It was a travesty, of course. I told you that even the Jedi were capable of great injustices, didn't I?
I don't know, man. Seems like you kind of messed up. Also, this is like the other side of the coin. When he says love is great, the Jedi do have genuinely good reasons to tell people not to fall in love. They'll do stupid shit like Jolie just did. Sorry, I shouldn't swear. But God, like, she attacked you. It's over, dude. You gotta. But I mean, I don't know. I get it. I wouldn't be able to do it in your position, but that's the problem.
But I deserve to be tried. They found me innocent, even though I deserved every punishment and more.
But
they let me go. Mitigating circumstances, they said. I deserved compassion, they said. They said I had learned wisdom the hard way. For all I had done during the war, they wished to raise me to full Jedi status at long last. That was when the Jedi left me. That was when they failed me.
You did deserve compassion.
For my pride? For my cowardice? Which do you think is the act more befitting the Jedi? They may have been able to forgive me. I could never forgive myself. Yes, I do, I suppose. Does that surprise you? It's all so long ago, lost in the winds, I suppose. Nobody cares what an old man believes anymore, do they? Let's continue on with the task at hand. I would prefer to think of the present today.
He has just such an interesting story with such... It's such a cool take on a Jedi. I think somebody asked me in the last stream, like, who's my favorite Jedi? I think Jolie has to be up there in terms of just, like, how interesting his story is. And, like, how much it kind of interrogates what the Jedi are, what they should be, what about the Jedi is good, what about the Jedi is bad, you know? remember what the shady Rhodian wants. We'll talk to him first, though. Oh, I almost forgot. There's also soup racing too down here. That is a rather strange greeting. Isn't that interesting? Wars often do. Why is HK still in my party? Whatever, we'll talk to him for a second before we yoink him. How are you? That is very strange. Secrets are what make them strong. Pretty smart. Interesting. War is the tool of empire building. Increases your every successful conquest, increases your resources, and lets you leverage more against more places to secure more resources. What an interesting world. Such good design. As far as I know, this is the first instance of Manaan in Star Wars, and it is... I do like the other worlds, but it is the coolest world, I think. Just the way everything works. And here the Sith wants to use diplomacy and negotiations, tools they will need to maintain their empire, which they're not particularly good at. Yep. That's correct. Cool dude to talk to, but now let's yeet HK out of the party. I don't know how he's still in here, but that's fine. Jenna Harada. Curious. For what end? How will it help the Republic? Innocence. It's fun. It's like a little Illuminati side quest. Okay, that's a little sus. You told me you're here to protect the Republic, but I don't have any guarantee that's true. Hey, you know, anti-Republic terrorist sounds like a dude who ought to die. Fair enough. And let's check in with the hotel dude, see how he's doing. If I can. Okay, that was weird.
I guess Sunry didn't kill the Sith woman after all. Could have sworn he left after the shot, though.
Are the other people in here too? So?
You again. Didn't I? Yes.
Still making it closed? Bummer. Well, we may do some of the Jenna Harden stuff. I'm gonna think on it a bit. But in any case, next time we're gonna wrap up all our side quests, and then it'll be time for the final climax. Let's see, here's this. That one needs to stay there. Guess we'll do one more. I need to run some tests and look at this footage and see what's gone wrong with my sound. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.